Hey, so what are you doing? I I just got my mission, and briefly, what has happened? A lot of it's happened very rapidly. I think a lot of you people know this that we are getting downloads from the sun, and we're getting uploads from the earth. I feel like the uploads from the earth are affecting our root and sacral chakras and our heart, and then the downloads from the sun are mostly our third eye and our crown and our heart and our throat and so forth. But anyway, it's just been happening a lot, and so I'm getting you know ideas that I've never had before, and so going back, I I wanted to have more light come through is all I wanted to do. I wasn't looking for my, life's purpose or anything like that. And I discovered that everything that we see is a mirror, everything, and every person, and it's the reason we're one with it. It is an aspect of us. So it's we're connected to everybody and all of nature. And so I decided that I think that people, when they come in, they want scaffolding. Hey, just tell me where to go. Just tell me what to do. They need some place set up, and so a lot of people volunteered to be the opposite, and to be the opposite because this was kind of the test. We are here in 3D to experience. One of the reasons is to experience separation from God. And we did. We have a free will. We could do whatever we want, have any experience we want, and it's fine. I think, but what I was getting is that I'm happier when I'm kind of cruising in God, when I'm in my heart. So I found that if I disconnected from any person or any place or anything, anybody that I was leaking energy, I was giving too much energy to this person or this person's opinion, or it was just dumb. So I started disconnecting from anywhere that I had my God. For instance, if it was a thing that I was really attached to, and it would break or I'd lose it or it'd get stolen or something. Uh, and I asked for this. I asked for just take away all the obstacles to light, and they're all inside of me. And one thing that I've discovered is that all of us are children of God. Every conscious person is a child of God, and they can say that they're not uh, God or a child of God, but they are. They can't escape it, and that means they always were, and they always will be. You're a part of God, and eventually it'll come out that God is actually in our DNA. But that's neither here nor there. But once you come to that understanding, and once you give all your energy, you got to give your energy to something. You can't hold it in, or you'll explode. So you have to worship something. Usually people will pick their cars, or I can't live without this or this dog or whatever. And I went through all those and detach until finally, I surrendered to my higher self. I started talking to my higher self. So you get your higher self. I had asked Jesus in my heart like 50 years ago, and he did come. He just wanted carte blanche over my heart. And but there is no such thing as sin. Sin is a foul ball. It's out of play. It doesn't come forward. It wasn't where we were before we got here. We were in a very heavenly, high realm, and there was no guilt or shame or fear, any low energies, none. There was zero because it can't survive at that high of frequency. It has to do with frequencies. And where we came from was such a high frequency, we can't even hear the people over there. It's so far. We are so down, down, down. We had to come down to find all of this muck, and so they set up a scaffolding and they trafficked our kids to school, and you have they take ownership of us, and they did a great job. I mean, they created this separation, and we could play around, but it's easy to get stuck because they make it sound really good, and so you get stuck, and you got to get unstuck. But now I'm unstuck. Now I'm not. Uh, I'm not stuck or attached or addicted to anything. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't want to experience life. I do, but I could actually enjoy life more now that I'm not addicted to it. So it's kind of like that. So, what would you like to do? What would be your number one thing? So I got to thinking, I got all this. I could go home. That's home on the other side. We're all going home. This is just a reflection of that. We got like 8 colors. There's like a million up there. I mean, it's so much more beautiful in our home. But this is a damn good organic simulation, and I think whoever did this reflection, it's amazing. But it's time to clean up the junk that isn't God. And stuff like guilt and shame and all that doesn't exist in God. And we are children of God. We are the chosen. All of nature is here for us. And they are happy to serve the children of God. So it's what it's great. So, all right. So what do you want to do? I want to get rid of them. Do you do it by protest? Well, I've never seen a protest work. I've never had a desire to go for one. They could do all the honk honk in Canada they want. They made people feel happy. That's fine, but it didn't change anything. So you can't fight your way when it's love on one side and fear on the other. You can't, I'm going to beat you up or shoot you, throw you in jail. None of that stuff is. You don't do that with cockroaches. You just simply rise to such a frequency that they can't bother you anymore. I don't know what will happen to them, but I think that what I'm going to start doing is alchemizing. I am going to start alchemizing every chance I get. If I see any, now I've seen more love now than I ever have in my life. The frequency here with all these star seeds coming in and it's raised the frequency. There's awakenings coming out right and left. And the frequency is raising really fast. So you have to know, well, a lot of things that were difficult before just won't be as difficult now because those thoughts that you were getting are going around in your head. It's the collective. The collective is getting more positive. So when you see 2 people arguing, close your eyes and apologize to them. You're connected to them. You can just apologize to them, even though you don't even know who they are. But if they're in your mirror, they're not on some YouTube or deep fake video. I'm talking about if they come into your space, that you can alchemize it. Anything that is negative, you can alchemize it. Say, I'm sorry if I did anything to cause you to be this way. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. Don't try to call the cops. Don't try to get somebody to beat them up, or just say that prayer and mean it and move on. And every place you go, you are an expression as a child of God. You are an expression of the Father. And why not? Why not just every time you take a shower, instead of thinking about what you're going to do out of the shower, stay in your heart, stay in the present moment. Feel the water cup on your skin and say, gosh, I'm going to miss this because that feels so good. And whatever it is, notice things like a mother and her baby. It's just so beautiful. Or two people walking holding hands, or two people just talking. You could just feel. You could almost, some people can see auras. You could just see the love. There's so much love. Don't focus on CNN or all that stuff. It's all a show. Nobody's dying. They're just trying to make up shit to, they can't help it. They've already lost, but it's kind of like, they, it's like they're pooping their pants, and they just can't stop doing it because it feels too good. So they're going to disappear. They're going to disappear. I don't know. I hope somebody sees this and we can go on from there. But let's do something collectively together. That's what.